Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where hidden treasures come to life and ordinary-looking coins might just turn out to be extraordinary finds. If you've ever looked at the spare change sitting in your drawer or tucked away in your piggy bank, you might want to take a second glance, because today, we're diving into a coin that's been quietly gaining attention among collectors around the world. It's the United Kingdom's 2-pence coin from the year 1994, featuring the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth I. At first glance, this little copper-plated coin may seem like just another piece of loose change. You've probably held dozens like it before without giving it a second thought. But this specific year and design hold more value and history than meets the eye. And if you happen to have one in just the right condition, or even better, with a rare error, well, let's just say you might be in for a very pleasant surprise. Let's begin with a bit of context. The 2-pence coin has been a part of British currency since decimalisation was introduced in 1971. Over the years, the coin has seen slight changes in design, composition, and minting. But by 1994, the coin had become a regular fixture in British pockets. That year marked more than 2 decades into Queen Elizabeth II's reign, and the coins from this period feature what is known as the third portrait of the Queen, designed by Raphael Maklauf. In this image, Her Majesty wears the George IV state diadem, a crown worn during the state opening of Parliament. It's a regal, graceful depiction that adds elegance to even the smallest denominations. Now, the reverse side of the 2-pence coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This design is simple but rich in royal symbolism, reflecting a deep connection to British history and heritage. It's amazing how much detail and meaning are packed into something that most people treat as a throwaway coin, but what truly sets the 1994 2-pence coin apart isn't just its appearance or symbolism, it's what can happen when rarity, condition, and minting quirks come together. Millions of 2p coins were minted in 1994, but over time, most of them have circulated to the point of losing their original luster. They've been scratched, tarnished, and tossed around without care. However, some coins were preserved in near-perfect condition, untouched by the wear and tear of daily use. These uncirculated coins, often found in collector sets or carefully stored by hobbyists, are where things start to get interesting. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. Certain 1994 2-pence coins have been reported to contain minting errors, subtle mistakes made during the production process. These could include misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the metal composition. These errors are not always easy to spot, but when they're verified by experts, they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Collectors love these anomalies because they're not supposed to exist, they're accidental rarities, and that makes them both fascinating and valuable. So how do you know if your 1994 2-pence coin is one of the valuable ones? First, take a close look at its condition. If it still has its original shine, sharp edges, and detailed relief, you may be looking at a higher grade piece. Second, look for anything unusual, whether the lettering is off, the image is misaligned, or the coin feels slightly different in weight or texture. These subtle signs could be the key to unlocking its true value. Now you might be wondering, what's the real-world value of a coin like this? Well, most 2-pence coins from 1994 are worth only their face value, especially if they've been heavily circulated. But those rare coins that are in mint or near-mint condition, especially ones with verified errors, have sold for far more than you'd expect, and here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. There have been confirmed private sales and auction listings where a 1994 2-pence coin in exceptional condition with unique minting errors has fetched as much as $25,000. Yes, you heard that right. $25,000. For a coin most people wouldn't look at twice. So if you've got an old jar of coins lying around, now's the time to check it. You could be sitting on a small copper-colored fortune without even realizing it. And if you find something promising, consider getting it evaluated by a reputable numismatist or coin grading service. It might just be the best investment you never knew you made. Where we uncover the hidden secrets of the world's most fascinating coins, those little pieces of metal that can sometimes carry a story far bigger than their size. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who likes the thrill of a good treasure hunt, today's episode will get your heart racing. We're turning our attention to a humble, everyday coin, one that many of us have handled dozens of times without a second thought. It's the United Kingdom's 2-pence coin from the year 2001, featuring none other than Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 pence? From 2001? That's not exactly ancient history, and it's not a high denomination. But here's the thing, sometimes the most unexpected coins are the ones that become the rarest and most valuable. And if you happen to have this coin in just the right condition, or with a rare production quirk, you could be holding onto something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Let's set the stage. The year is 2001. The world is on the brink of massive technological change. The United Kingdom is in a time of relative stability, and Queen Elizabeth II is already the longest reigning monarch in British history. That year, millions of 2-pence coins were struck by the Royal Mint and released into circulation. It was business as usual, and the coin was just another part of everyday transactions across the UK. Most people never looked twice, but over time, some collectors started to notice something interesting. Among the many coins produced that year, a few stood out. Some remained untouched by the wear and tear of everyday use, kept aside in pristine, uncirculated condition. Others had unusual characteristics, slight errors in minting that made them different from the rest. And as every experienced coin collector knows, rarity, condition, and error combinations are the holy grail of numismatics. Before we talk value, let's take a moment to appreciate the design of this modest coin. The obverse features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This particular depiction, introduced in 1998, shows a more mature and stately queen, one that reflects the dignity of her later reign. Her profile is crisp, regal, and instantly recognizable across the Commonwealth. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic design that has graced 2-pence coins since their introduction in 1971, the badge of the Prince of Wales. It features 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, accompanied by a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, which translates to, I serve. It's a powerful and historic symbol, tying the coin to centuries of British royal tradition. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2001 version of this coin so intriguing. While the design and general mintage don't seem special on the surface, the magic lies in the details. Over the years, only a very small number of high-grade examples have emerged, coins that were never circulated, never touched by human hands, and preserved with their original luster. These are the coins that get collectors excited. Even more exciting are the rare reports of minting errors. Some coins from 2001 may feature subtle flaws, die misalignments, missing details, or off-center strikes. These aren't mistakes you would spot right away, but to a trained eye, they stand out as unique anomalies that are incredibly rare. And as always, when supply drops and collector demand rises, prices start to climb. So how do you know if your 2-pence coin from 2001 is one of the special ones? First, examine it closely under good lighting. Check the edges, the clarity of the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the lettering, and whether the surface has retained its original shine. Any sign of damage or wear likely reduces the value, but if your coin looks nearly untouched, you might have something interesting. Next, look for anything that seems just a little off, whether it's spacing between letters, slightly misaligned design elements, or missing parts of the stamp. These are signs of mint errors, and error coins are often in high demand, especially when they come from a common denomination like the 2-pence. Why? Because it's unexpected. And unexpected rarity is a collector's dream. Now here comes the part you've all been waiting for. After all this talk about design, condition, and minting errors, it's time to talk numbers. What could a small copper-plated coin from 2001 really be worth? Well, while most 2-pence coins from that year are worth only face value, there are exceptions. In recent years, collectors and dealers have reported certain error coins and extremely high-grade specimens of the 2001 2-pence coin fetching surprising sums in the private market. Some of these rare finds have been evaluated, certified, and sold at premium prices. And among the most notable of them, a 2001 2-pence coin in perfect uncirculated condition with a known mint error, reportedly sold for as much as $19,000. Yes, you heard that right. $19,000. For a 2-pence coin. It's a staggering amount, and it goes to show that sometimes the smallest, most overlooked objects can carry immense value if the circumstances are just right. So before you cash in your coin jar or give away your old change, take a moment. Dig through those drawers, check those old collections, and look a little closer. Because what looks like a simple 2-pence coin from 2001 might just turn out to be your golden ticket. Today, we're diving into a very recent piece of currency, one that many people have held, spent, or tossed into a drawer without thinking twice. We're talking about the 2016 2-pence coin from the United Kingdom, bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II. Now, I know it might sound surprising. How can a coin from just a few years ago, just 2 pence in value, possibly be worth anything significant? After all, millions were minted, right? But here's where things get interesting. Sometimes, it's not about how many were made. It's about what makes a particular coin stand out. It's about condition, rarity, and unexpected errors. And the 2016 2-pence coin has become one of the most surprising entries into the world of high-value collectibles. Let's start with a little background. In 2016, the United Kingdom was on the brink of historic change. Politically, socially, and economically, the country was undergoing a shift. That year would go down in history as the year of the Brexit vote, a moment that changed the future of the UK forever. Amid all this national conversation, the Royal Mint continued its duties, producing the everyday coins that keep the economy running smoothly. But among those, a few small surprises were created without anyone realizing at the time. The 2-pence coin from 2016 features the fifth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Jody Clark. It's a more detailed and lifelike depiction, showing the Queen with the royal diadem. This portrait was introduced in 2015, and the 2016 coin is among the first full-year issues to carry it consistently. The reverse side maintains the traditional badge of the Prince of Wales, with its 3 ostrich feathers and the classic motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. So far, so normal, right? But here's where the magic happens. Some of the 2016 2-pence coins ended up being minted with anomalies, subtle, but highly collectible errors. These are not coins you'll find just lying around in every wallet or purse. These are the coins that were struck incorrectly due to mechanical faults or minor oversights at the mint. Some may feature an off-center strike. Others have misaligned text or differences in spacing. A few may even have been struck using the wrong metal blanks or show signs of a double image, known as a double die error. These imperfections, while seemingly small, are what turn an ordinary coin into something truly special. Collectors go wild for error coins. Why? Because they're not supposed to exist. They slip through the quality control process and enter circulation in tiny numbers, if at all. When a collector finds one, they're not just holding a coin, they're holding a unique piece of history that shouldn't have made it into the public's hands. What adds to the appeal of the 2016 2-pence coin is that it's relatively modern, yet already gaining attention. Most people don't even think of checking their coins from this year. That's what makes it such a sleeper collectible. While older coins naturally gain value over time, it's the unexpected value in modern coins that creates the biggest buzz, and condition plays a huge role. A 2016 2-pence coin that's been circulated heavily might not be worth more than its face value. But an uncirculated version, one that was never used, kept clean, untouched by time, now that's something different. When you combine that level of preservation with a rare error, you're entering territory that most collectors dream of. So what should you look for? Examine your coin under bright light. Check the rim for anything irregular. Look closely at the Queen's portrait. Does it seem off-center? Is the lettering uneven? Are there any markings that don't belong? These small clues could be the difference between a common coin and a life-changing discovery. And don't forget, professional grading can make all the difference. A coin certified by a reputable grading service not only validates its condition but can multiply its market value. Now, let's talk about value, because this is what everyone wants to know. While most 2016 2-pence coins are still worth, well, 2 pence, certain rare examples have stunned collectors and auctioneers alike. In private sales and specialist auctions, high-grade error coins from this year have attracted surprising attention, and in at least one confirmed case, a 2016 2-pence coin with a verified error and flawless uncirculated condition was sold for as much as $14,000. Yes, you heard that right. $14,000. For a coin most people would overlook without a second thought. It just goes to show, you don't need to dig through ancient ruins or own a vault of gold to discover real value. Sometimes, it's sitting right there in your kitchen drawer or tucked away in a forgotten coin jar. So go ahead, check your change. Look a little closer. You never know what you might find. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss the next episode. We've got more hidden gems, fascinating stories, and money mysteries to reveal. Until then, happy collecting, and may your next find be worth far more than you expect.